now, Rebecca Heartfly. So just the name itself was so inspiring. When I first set eyes on you in Eve, right? We saw each other at Eve, you were downstairs and all that, and I kind of looked at you, and I had my machine. And then how many years went by before we even...
Maybe a year and a half. I mean, it was it was a year and a half. It was when I just moved here. We were at a healing fair together. That's and right. I loved Anne's energy immediately, and she told me about her wellness pro.
And then we talked about yesterday how the frequency therapy connected us and so on. And then what really inspired me was your tenacity that you just got on when you saw COVID. I mean, we both kind of jumped in there, but I was like doing twice a week, and you were just doing every single day for your people. And that kind of support is truly inspiring. And so that's also what really, made me want to ask you about coming on and sharing with us about how much you care and heal, because we all want to just help people too.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, Anne. Anne has become one of my dear friends. This was already mentioned yesterday during the frequency microcurrent healing portion. So do check out the replays. You guys are going to be on YouTube link, which is easy. And yes, I wasn't on the first day because of difficulties, but yesterday I was on, and the presenters were amazing. I've already ordered my DHEA. I'm on the MELT program. I already have a microcurrent healing machine. So when I got very sick from some mold toxicity, I reached out to Anne saying, I want to get this out of my body quicker than they say I'm going to get it out. And she hooked me up to her micro current machine every single day for 30 days. And then I ended up buying my own, which I still utilize regularly. So do watch the replays, and Anne's, she brought together some amazing people, and there's lots of good info on there. So thanks for that, Anne. And I love that she loves the breath work. And I was doing, offering yoga, anything from restorative to power yoga, and some guided meditation, and twice a week, these 30-minute little breath work classes. And we do some funky things, but it's a really quick way to shift energy. And when I remember if I'm not feeling good, today it's sunny outside here in San Diego, but we've been having like 2 weeks of what we call June gloom, and every day it's gray. And this morning the sun's out, and I was like, oh, and I'm like, oh my God, why? I needed to do that breath work more when it was May gray. So even though I know these are great tools, I still even forget to use them sometimes when I'm like a little low energy, but they really work. So I thought today in this little brief session, I would go over a few, like Andrea was on every day. You'll know all of these probably. But none of you were on yesterday. So, and maybe people will watch replays, but I guess I'll offer some of my top favorites for shifting anxiety. Most of them will shift anxiety quickly, and all of us probably experience that sometimes. Something for sleep, and then something to kind of raise and boost our energy. How's that feel? Sammy's going to participate too? Sam. All right. So I'm going to put on a little music, and the first one that we'll do is a lot of people will teach it as pranayama, where you plug one nostril, close, open the other nostril, alternating nostrils breathing. And I love that. I love slow pranayama. I love doing powerful breath of fire out of one nostril and slow inhale, exhale out of the other, and doing the actual close on and off. Like 15 years ago, I did not like the whole closing on and off my nostrils, but now I love it. So your preferences may change too. Maybe you won't like something now and you do later, or you like something now and it doesn't work for you later. So what I want to offer is, there are a lot of people teaching. So I'm going to teach it without closing off our nostrils and just imagining that we're switching nostrils. And it's super quick and easy. You can even do it in a bathroom stall. If you go to the bathroom and you're out in public and you're like, oh, I feel kind of anxious, just go in there, and within 2 minutes, you'll probably feel like calmer and a shift. So I love it. But like, there are a lot of people teaching right now, and it's all okay that like, you must do it exactly this way in the future. And if it's not going to harm you, in my opinion, you don't have to do it exactly this way. Like, say you're doing this, and every single time you do it, for some reason, you're just drawn to bring your hands to your belly as you do it. Like, that's okay. Whatever makes you feel good is okay. There are certain, I teach asanas poses in yoga where we're standing, and there's certain alignment where I might want to adjust somebody because it could potentially injure their body. And there are more specific ways to do things like that we don't injure our body. But any of this other stuff, like, let it be light and playful. And you might even create your own little breath cycle that you love. And you're like, that works for me. So if it works for you, it works for you. So I'm in a little like beanbag chair, so I'm gonna prop myself up a little more. All right, so let me just play a little music. Anybody have, you can unmute if you have any questions or anything. We'll just go right in. See if you guys can hear that in the background. Can you hear the music? A little bit? Okay. All right, so wherever you're sitting, I invite you to feel the seat that you're sitting on and kind of press your sit bones into it and feel a lengthening come all the way up your spine, out through the crown of your head. And if you are comfortable with it, close your eyes. And take a slower, deeper inhale, filling up the lungs all the way. And a full, complete exhale, really emptying out all of the breath. Relax your shoulders and your face tension as the spine feels longer and lighter. Just take another full breath like that. And on your next inhale, pick a nostril that feels more dominant to you. Whichever one you picked was right. So just go with that. Keep breathing. Full exhale. Empty all the way out. And on your next inhale, only imagine breathing out of the non-dominant nostril. About 2 to 4 full, slow breaths. And if you think you're still breathing out of both, that's fine. Just imagine that you're only breathing in and out of that one non-dominant nostril. Beautiful. And then switch and only imagine breathing in and out of the first nostril you picked. Charged, long, light spine, relaxed shoulders, full breath. Awesome. Now switch again. Let your breath just go back to a regular, unfocused of switching nostrils breath right in the middle. Easy, light, full. And then go ahead and open your eyes. So hopefully you all felt that. I can see 3 of you. The others I can't, but hopefully Jeannie, Jeremy, and Gail are feeling that. How quick and easy that was, right? And whenever I've done that in groups where I can see people, when I would open the eyes, nobody ever goes. They're kind of like, I don't know if I want to come back. And it's a nice slow coming back because you went somewhere, and you went somewhere really quickly. So that is one of my top favorite. Literally, I used to go into a big corporate venue where I was teaching, and there was a lot of chaos all over, different things, basketball court, and just so much chaos in there. And I was going in to teach a yoga class, and they had people wait outside in a line, and I'm an empath, and I could feel, they're like, there she is, she's here today. She just got, like, who, me? Don't mind, ignore me. And I would just go to the bathroom, because I usually had a commute, had to go before class anyway, and I would come out just fine. I wasn't taking on all of their, and it wasn't bad energy, it was just a lot of energy for me to come into. So, and that helped every single time. So that's a great one. This one I want to show you for sleep. If you can't sleep at night, it really works. But I'm going to hold my hands up here, but you would just lay with your arms as completely relaxed as possible by your side in bed. So taking your thumb pad to your finger, you're going to draw the thumb up toward the knuckle and come back down. And then to the middle finger up and back down. And I like to match my breath with that, you know, switching to the ring finger, inhaling up and exhaling down, and to the pinky and down. And I don't want us all to fall asleep here, but you would just keep going until you fall asleep. And I literally have done like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe that, and I wake up in the morning like, oh, that was quick. And I've had times where, usually I'm a pretty good sleeper, I fall asleep, I don't wake up, but I have my moments, and I'm kind of going several rounds, I'm like, oh, it's not working, but I'm like, well, I do feel much more relaxed, something's happening, so I just keep going with it. And I get to the point where like my body, I'm not asleep quite yet, but like it feels like too much effort to keep doing this. And again, just get as relaxed as possible. So that'll help you sleep. And then let's do a little qigong thing. So I'm gonna come up here a little bit.
So Rebecca?
Yeah.
So I love that you've given us some little hand exercises, because that was another thing, you know, we did foot exercises and we've got hand exercises, and then we also, you covered just very briefly, you touched on energy. Now you are an energy healer, so can you maybe articulate, I know it's maybe a little bit long, okay, because it's a very deep question, but what does it mean to pick up on people's energies? Like, if somebody doesn't know anything about this, how would you explain to them how they could feel people's energies? Because we all do, we just don't know that we do sometimes.
Yeah, that's an amazing question, because we all do, and you're correct in that. Like if somebody walks into the room and they're like having a great day, or if somebody walks in the room and they're super depressed, but they're not saying anything, we all know and feel that. I believe, and I believe that different people, that everybody has a different like thermometer of how deeply they feel that. For me, I'm 47 now, and it took me up until just a handful of years ago to realize that, in my opinion, in my experience in life, mine is really strong. If I'm in a room, a wedding reception with 100 people, I'm going to feel the people in the back corner that I can't see. I'm going to feel everyone in there. So for me, it's felt quite confusing a lot of times in my life to take all that on as mine. So a couple little tricks we ask of, like, say you're having a fine day and like you're in the grocery store and all of a sudden you start getting really agitated or really depressed, but nothing really happened in that same day to cause that. You can just take a deep breath and say, like, who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Not like we're trying to, when it's never pointing fingers, everybody has free will, but it lets your body and your cellular and your subconscious memory start to realize this might not all be mine. And so that's a really super quick trick to do. And maybe it is yours and something in that grocery store triggered something from when you were like 10 or something. So there's so many, that's a long.
Yes, it is. And quickly, just to let everybody know that right now, with everything happening and all the frequencies lifting, I mean, the resonance was 80, between 80 and 90, the Schumann resonance. It's like these last 2 days, and who knows what's going to happen this weekend with the full moon eclipse and everything. But we got to understand that we as beings are moving forward, and we're all going together, because we realize nobody's been left out of this process, right? There's not one person on the world that hasn't been affected. But we are, our intuition, our those senses of ours are heightening. Yeah. So whether you believe it or not, you know, it's like gravity. It still affects you, right? You believe in it or not. So be encouraged and allow this to be your part of your experience, because we are so special like that. We're intuitive, we're psychic, we're telepathy. You know, telepathy is part of how we're going to communicate. So be open to all of this, so that when you can, you know, have a great.
Yeah, it's like it's at an all-time high right now, and like you said, there's no one on the planet right now who's not feeling affected from this. So the awareness and the level of consciousness is and our conscious or subconscious awareness that we are all really that intricately connected, psychically communicating all the time, telepathically, and some people might not even use those words or to explain it, but that is what's happening. So it's quite intense right now. So all this, your timing of your summit is divine, and all these tools and the replays are great little reminders for things. So let's play with our body energy for a moment. So you're going to use your nail beds, because we have our emotional, mental energy, and then we have our actual physical body energy. And so you can hold them like kind of in front of your navel. I'm just showing. You're going to go back and forth with your rubbing your nail beds together. Quick. And again, try to stay in that nice full breath. Thank you for inviting those questions. And I'm going to, at the end here, I have full workshops I want to do on expanding on all of that. So I'll briefly tell about that, but keep going with the nail beds. Quick. And it's always that like yin and yang, yin and yang. As we're trying to go quick here with the nails, trying not to tense up the shoulders or hold the breath. So full breath, nice relaxed shoulders, and we're just moving the nail beds back and forth. And your non-dominant hand might not be moving as much as you think it is. So see if you can get that going. So I'm showing somebody and they're like, "You're not moving your left hand." I'm like, "Yeah, I am." I look down, I'm like, "Oh, it's not." So. Okay, and then again, you can keep your hands about right in front of more in front of your navel, so your shoulders stay relaxed. I'm just gonna come up and show. Hold your hands about this far apart. And hopefully you're gonna feel lots of tingling in there. And then start to pull your hands slowly out and away from each other. And you might feel like they're magnetized together, and that there's something thick there, and it's not like just quick air to pull them in and out. And then exhale and start to draw them back together, and you might still feel like there's something in between your hands, and there is, it's your energy. And like, I don't know, when I do that, I could play with that little energy ball forever. Sometimes I go a little bit longer too on the nails, and then that magnification is even stronger. So those are just, and anybody like, I don't know, teens or kids that you're around or anything. If I was doing that in Sedona recently, and I'm showing a few people. I was doing some sound healing out at sunset. And then some people were like, let's do some more stuff. But just people I didn't know. And then I look across and there were some other people and they just joined in on this too. And then as soon as we did this, like everybody in the whole surrounding was just like mesmerized. And so those are fun things that you can play with to show adults, friends, well, you know, at your next party. Be like, hey, everybody. And they're going to be like, whoa, Trip, because there's really no disputing that. Like, what is that? That's us showing us how real our energy field is very quickly.
And Rebecca, when I came to your house, we did that thing where we held that what did we hold? And it came alive when we all held hands, and then
an energy ball. We just did it because you can do it with your palms too.
Yeah, but there's that one where you all hold hands in a circle, and then you hold like this little something, and then it comes a light, and if somebody lets go, it goes off. It's like it's amazing because we are conductors, right? Yeah. We're made of water, and even if you just do that, right, vibration,
totally,
and sound. So we are really, and I mean, I know that your repertoire is ridiculous, so we can do sound healing and we can do all of that, but I'm going to let you get on with it.
Just like 2 more quick things because I want to keep you on time here. I know, I'm like, I could 4 days playing little things, little points on the face, things to hitting your quads. Like this can help digestion. Yes, I talk about these things. Like if you're on the pot and things aren't moving along, hit the top of your quads and you'll get some movement going.
Oh my goodness. Well, we will do that because I know many people need to know a lot about that digestion situation, and it's part of like, and more young people than older people, excuse me. Much younger people have digestion issues.
Yeah, we all have stuff. Can we do one more quick thing? 9:54? 2 minutes? You're on mute.
Sorry, there's plenty of time, and again, we're in our living room. People will sit around and lounge while they wait to go to the next level.
Yeah, totally. All right, so I'm going to stand for this one, but you guys, we're going to do right hand over the throat, left hand. It's not touching, it's like out here, okay? So you can do it seated or you can stand. I'm going to turn up a little music. This one's a little more like pumping up our energy. Little music. Okay, and the breath is going to be an inhale. Inhale, and you're going to lift your heart, and exhale, drop it down. Okay. And it can go quicker, like. And if you know breath of fire, it's like, and then like a powerful exhale out of your nose. So we're going to try to just go to the music in a minute. Here. So, 1 second. Deep breath. Breathe deep. Get a little funky with it. We'll start in a second. Be aware of your feet. Scale stood. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Up, down, up, down. Steady the breath, steady the mind. Keep breathing until I feel that light shine. Really powerful. Inhale, exhale. Deep up, breath. Down. Steady the breath, steady the mind. Keep breathing until I feel that light shine. Breathe deep. Deep breath. Inhale. Hold your breath. Close your eyes. Hold. Exhale. Open your eyes if they were closed. Reach your arms down and inhale them up to a Y. Big Y here. Arms really, really wide. Eyes open. Straight ahead. Inhale more. Inhale more. Inhale more. Inhale more. Hold the breath and pulse your fingers in, out, in, out, in, out. Fast, 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 fast. Hold the breath. Eyes open. Hold and pulse. Open up. Exhale down. Beautiful. Nice. Eyes open. Inhale. Come on up. Wide arms. Inhale. Eyes open. Inhale more. Inhale more. Reaching out. Inhale more. We've got this. Pulse the fingers. Holding the breath. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Awakening our brains here. Fullest potential. Open out. Exhale down. Beautiful. A couple more like that. Inhale up. Exhale down. Out of the mouth. A little faster. Bring it in. More love, more abundance, more connection, more freedom, more expansion, more space, more belief, more faith. Yeah. 2 more. And nice slow up. And exhale, slow down. Awesome. Inhaling up slow. And exhaling down slow. And just shake it out a little bit. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Anne. I'm going to let, I see Lisa coming on. Hey, Lisa, I think you're up next. And so I'm Rebecca Heartfly, as Anne mentioned, and I have a website. There's a couple links I noticed just this morning on my website that are broken because I switched credit cards and need to go relink them. But I'll put a few things in the comments here with my website. And then also, Andrea was on it. I have a Facebook. It's called, Rebecca Heartfly. It's a group. It's called Rebecca Heartfly, my name. And then Yoga for All for Raising Immunity. So that's a free public group. And that's where I did the 55 consecutive days of yoga classes during shelter in place. But I'll still post, that's a great kind of gathering place where I'll post periodic classes or offerings or things like that. And I have 3 offerings right now on my website, RebeccaHeartfly.com. And so if you would like to sign up for a one-on-one session, I'm going to offer 3 50% off sessions. So anybody who wants those, the best thing to do is just email me, and it will just be the first 3 people who reply and want 50% off of the one-on-one session can book that with me. And it gets deeper into like clearing subconscious programs and things like that. And then there'll be soon to come, the 3rd bucket on the website is what Anne asked about energy. Like a month-long course of like getting into all the deeper, intricate facets of that. So thank you so much. It's been super fun. And I hope you all have fun playing with the new breath and energy stuff.
Rebecca, we do have a few minutes.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to ask Rebecca any questions? Please do unmute yourself and be heard. Be heard. Rebecca, that was fantastic, by the way. Excuse me, did anybody feel their arm muscles? Because every single time I've done your breath work, my arm muscles have like just said, okay, well, you know.
And look at you, Miss Fit over there too. That's what we would do one where you hold the arms out and do like fingers this way.
Okay.
And she was like, I was dying on those ones, but it's a lot of, it's more emotional than muscle than we think.
The other thing I noticed when you said breathe through the nostril, I often tell people to stand on both feet, but only push through one, right? Mm-hmm. And I thought, okay, well, now how's this going to work? But by the time we ended up, I was totally knowing the nostrils that I was breathing, but I had to laugh at your pun.
At my what?
At your pun.
What was my pun?
The nostril that you picked.
I say that all the time. I've never even really. Oh my God, that's funny.
Those of us who are actual instructors and have taught many classes have had these things happen before. So I'll quickly tell you mine.
Yeah. Well, I'll ask Rebecca a question quickly.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Rebecca, with meditation or any breathing exercise and things, they say breathe through the nostril. Some of them breathe through the mouth. Is there a difference? Is there a reason why you don't, you breathe through the nose and not through the mouth with some of the breath work?
Great question.
Yeah, it's just activating different energy centers of the body and creating different, like there's a cooling and a warming nostril. The body is so intricate. And so like when we're doing breath of fire out of the nose, it's really pumping the navel. It's bringing us deeper down into literally pump the navel and get digestion and blood flow going that way. And when we were doing like exhale out of the mouth, that's more of like an energetic release. Like, when you're like, something's challenging, like, phew, you don't like, you don't blow it out of your nose. We go, ah. out of our mouth. So our body's already naturally knowing which breaths support which feeling we want to boost or release. And so these usually just kind of follow it. But same thing, there's no wrong. If you were doing that out of your nose, that's still okay. You're still breathing powerfully.
And you're focusing on something rather than just letting your mind go crazy and down any rabbit hole at once.
Yeah. Thank you, Tracy. Great question.
Yep. That was a great question. Anyone else? Okay, so you want to hear my thing? Because it's actually funnier than yours. So, when you used to step class, right? Remember step class? Up, up, down, down. So we were going to go up on the step and do a jumping jack and then come back down and do a jumping jack. So I told the class to go up and then jack off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Teaching yoga, I've said so many, and I'm not like, my mind goes there when I hear things, but when I'm teaching, I'm just completely focusing on alignment and loving people. And then I'll hear them all giggling, and I'm like, okay, you guys, that's not what I meant.
What now?
We say stuff. Yeah. So thank you so much, Anne, and everybody. And Andrea, I'm going to message you because I'm going to hopefully see you. But I have an appointment coming to my house, so I'm going to hop off now.
Thank
you, please.
Thank you so much.
Love you all. Take good care.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.